The weather may have eased, but the New South Wales storm emergency is still unfolding with more flooding and rescue. Sunrise reporter Sean White is in Maitland in Sydney this morning. Sean, now the SES repeating that warning to stay away from floodwaters.
Yeah, good morning, Nat. Well, authorities continue to see and hear reports of people going into the floodwaters. A real urgency to get that message out there. The death toll now stands from this wild weather at 4 people. A tragic end to a desperate search. The body of an 86-year-old woman retrieved from waters near Maitland.
The mum that they had this morning, they haven't got anymore. So we can only just try and feel what they're going through.
This is the awful moment her car floated away after being swept off a road. Instantly, people rushed to help, but they too were washed downstream. Bystanders captured this video of at least 4 would-be rescuers trying to swim out to the sinking car. All of them made it to shore themselves or were saved by emergency crews. Late in the day, another flood emergency in southwest Sydney. 250 homes evacuated at Milperra as the Georges River burst its banks.
Well, we were told to get out because there was going to be a 2-metre flood. So we took their advice and went.
We've lived here for 2 years and it's rained but never got this bad.
Authorities weren't taking any chances, opening an evacuation centre at Moorebank.
Put them into a safe recovery centre. That way we can ensure their safety and the safety of any of our volunteers.
People still aren't heeding safety warnings. An 18-year-old had to be rescued from the Nepean River this morning. He'd been riding his bike along the flooded Penrith Weir.
I didn't have lights in my bike and I didn't expect the water to be there. I didn't know how high it was and the current just kind of pulled me along.
The Weather Bureau says the worst is now over, but the clean-up is just beginning. And Nat, the SES also saying this morning that if you did need help but you don't need it anymore, to let them know as soon as possible because they do need to redivert those resources.
Yes, good warning. OK, thanks very much, Sean. A body found in a car on the New South Wales south coast is believed to be that of missing Canberra woman Daniela Daddario. Police are now hunting a man believed to be her partner, 27-year-old Josiah Vosakata. They say a man ran from a car during a routine traffic stop in Bermagui last night, and the body of a woman aged in her 30s was found inside that car. The wanted driver is described as being of Pacific Islander appearance with an athletic build, and he's wearing dark clothing. The man at the centre of the police investigation into the disappearance of William Tyrrell has been charged with unrelated child sex offences. Bill Spedding was arrested at his home yesterday. The 61-year-old is accused of sexually assaulting 2 girls in Sydney in 1987. He has been a person of interest in the Tyrrell investigation. Detectives learned he was at the boy's grandmother's house just days before he disappeared. Prime Minister Tony Abbott has arrived in Turkey ahead of Anzac Day. Mr Abbott visited Ataturk's mausoleum in the capital Ankara, paying his respects to the military commander who beat back the Anzac attack a century ago and went on to found modern Turkey. The PM is one of thousands of Australians making the pilgrimage for the Anzac centenary. Koshi is in Turkey this morning. Koshi, final preparations being made for Saturday's commemorations at Gallipoli.
Absolutely, Nat. We're in Çanakkale, which is just across the waters from Anzac Cove, and it is a hive of activity over there, preparing for what will be a terrific remembrance of the 100th anniversary of the Gallipoli landing. Certainly in Çanakkale, thousands of Aussies are here, lots of tour groups, lots of school groups. The boys from the King's School here have come across. 100 of the old boys of King's School actually fought at Gallipoli, and they're here to remember those who have fallen and those who survived that campaign as well. Çanakkale is really one of the hubs of the area here of the Dardanelles, and it is. Everyone here has a story. You walk around the streets of Çanakkale, either they're relatives of those who have fought at Gallipoli or those who are remembering those who have fallen in the past. So it is a very special time at the moment, and we can't wait until the ceremony begins in a couple of days' time.
Yeah, wonderful experience for those students, isn't it? Thanks very much, Koshi. Coming up this morning, the Cash Cow has a $20,000 jackpot to give away, so stay by your phone.